guys, happy 420. I wanted to make a new video because I recently had a DMT experience, like not more than I think a week ago. So sorry if my nose is or if my voice is a little strange because I still have a cold, so it's kind of clogged. Um, I couldn't really do anything for 420 since it's all raining and shitty weather, but I wanted to get to my experience. So I usually take like LSD before I do DMT just to like ease me into it because a lot of the times like I um, I can't really stay up at night long enough to um, take the plunge with DMT. So usually when I'm on LSD, I can just well, it keeps me awake, and then I can uh, do the DMT, and it's easier for me to ease into it. So, anyways, I won't really get into like the LSD experience because nothing really happened much. It wasn't too visual. I mean, um, I had the usual patterns and stuff, but I wanted to explain my DMT trip because I usually this was I think like 25 milligrams. Like I used to smoke like at least like 50 milligrams per dose in a bong, but it was good for then, but now that's like too much for me because I think I had like an experience that sort of was very like uh, strange and powerful for me. So it kind of acts like a waypoint that is of high resonance, and a lot of my memories and even things that motivate me were inspired by that experience. What's very strange about the experience is that it seems to like repeat itself because like ever since something happened to me when like I went very deep, and this it only becomes strange when you go very deep. Like when I went very deep, probably back in like 2013, it started to become very different, and it started to become like a lot more coherent, and was trying to like I felt more like it was trying to say something very specific and like explain a message or something. So, anyways, I I had this experience again this time that I smoked it, and then I basically went back to the place that I was, and like I can't really describe it because I can't really remember it. Like every time that I go under, I get this like flashback of memories, and I can't really explain the memories, but in the time it all makes sense, or while it's happening, and it kind of feels like I'm like Jodie Foster in the movie Contact, like when she's in the 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 chair to go to another dimension, and she's saying like I'm okay to go. It feels like a very intense or powerful moment like that. It's different. It's more like a like some big sort of commitment or something. I don't know, but I can't really remember it or explain it. But while it's happening, it's all clear to me, and it scares me, and that's why I can't really go as deep as I used to, because like I don't want to stare too deep or too hard into the sun, because last time I did that, it was very I don't say traumatizing. It was just a powerful experience for me, but I don't necessarily think that I'm equipped to sort of deal with whatever that is or understand it. And like that's the thing, is like I really wanted to try to understand what this experience is, because it's unusual that I keep being brought back to the same place, and like from what I've read, that's not supposed to be common with DMT. Like other people have said that it's usually different for them, or it's like it's never the same trip over, and like I guess like the visuals can sometimes change, but it's roughly the same sort of place, but like obviously there's differences in it. But every time I go back in, I get this memory saying, "Oh my God, this place again," and then what ends up what I end up being shown is something that I don't necessarily want to look at, or I don't think that I could or process it properly, or I don't really know if this makes sense. I'm sure anyone that's done a lot of DMT sort of can can get an idea of what I'm coming at. Like this this whole every time I smoke DMT, I'm basically coming in contact with this mystery that I have, and it's based on an experience I had when I, you know, stared into the sun as the metaphor. That was a metaphor from the movie Pi. By the same guy that did Requiem of a Dream, and in the movie Pi, it's sort of a similar metaphor that I felt at least. Every time I experience it, I feel like I don't want to look at it, or I'm scared to like focus on it 100%, and that's been a burden for me to try to you know, learn or take like mental snapshots of what I'm seeing so that I can make art pieces with, because that's how I've always made my art, is just look at the, you know, the visuals that I'm having and the visions and try to take mental snapshot pictures of it. And now it's harder for me to do that when I break through to those deep realms, because I end up not focusing on what I'm looking at for as an artist, and then I'm more focused on the experience, because I feel like I'm making some sort of big commitment, and I guess in the sense you are, but the commitment feels like a similar commitment to the one that Jodie Foster is making in Contact when she goes on to the big spaceship. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys. And also, I have an art piece that I'm working on. So have a great 420, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.